Happy Friday, beautiful souls, wherever you are on this phenomenal planet. It is time for Shift Your Thinking Daily, where we transform our inner experience to phenomenal outer experience for now. 10 minutes of our day, we do it together. Okay, before we jump into today's message, let's go ahead and take a couple deep breaths. Follow me, breathe in and out. One more, breathe in and out. Woo! I trust you are feeling well. If not, that's perfectly fine, because this is the space and place where you will get loved on and receive all positive vibes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Say hi, say hello, drop a comment down below. If you're new to me, my name's Lisa Puerto, super agent on all your favorite social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn at LA Super Agent. Go ahead and turn the post notifications on. That's way you don't miss any new episodes as they're uploaded. Or check out the link tree link. Learn more about what's happening, what I'm creating, what I'm getting into. Stay connected. Hit that follow button, subscribe. That way you don't miss out on what's new, because I am working on some really cool projects. So, a couple things. Shout out to the Ready Set Real Estate Club and its members. Thank you all for expressing interest, subscribing, joining. I have an amazing thing in store for you, and I won't take the time now to talk about that, but I'm going to do that in a separate video. Also, Love and Homeownership webinar is happening next Thursday, May 9th at 6:30 Pacific time. I keep saying 6:30. It's 6 Pacific time, 9 Eastern. And this is really discussing topics that most don't share in public when you're talking about buying real estate and buying the block back, as it relates to couples, relationships, partnerships, when you're purchasing real estate together. Okay, so learn more at loveandhomeownership.eventbrite.com. That's also in that Linktree link that you can register. It's free $99. It won't be later. What else? Conference, Property Owners EDU Conference is happening October 26th, specifically designed for home owners, property owners of all levels. Never have you seen something like this done before. We're doing it. And it also supports Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation, by the way. Okay, conferences, workshops, and if you're an agent or industry professional and you're local in California, want to come out and meet and get connected offline, please check out the Ready Set Real Estate Live Workshop Series that is now happening. Shout out to Southwest Escrow for hosting us at their community room as part of their company organization. And the topic I'll be covering is the class action lawsuit against the 6% commission. Agents, you're under attack. You're always under attack. We are always under attack, right? But this specifically is an opportunity for a talking point, revisit commissions, revisit roles, and how you can protect yourself and really get into a position where you can present in a way that people are understanding how that commission is made up, what costs are involved, because they keep, folks keep going to these online brokerages flat fee and not realizing that, the layered on fees eventually add up to 6%. FYI. Okay. I'm calling this segment of Shift Your Thinking, again, the book is at home. So I'm continuing my segment of Dean Del Sesto's Shift Your Thinking, 200 Ways to Improve Our Life. You guessed it, there are 200 ways in this book, which means at the completion of the series, we will have covered 200 episodes. And I'm in the section, if you're reading along, now we are on episode 129. 129. I'm calling this one Causes. Are you putting out causes or flaws? Is it for a cause or are you putting out flaws? I'm in the section where he says resignation. Air quotes around the word nation. He says, are you aligned to a worthy cause or resign just to point out flaws? Some folks who have been following this whole the marathon continues with in commemoration and honor of Nipsey Hussle can probably notice kind of what has happened, as you know, what his mission was about, what he was empowering people to do. And then you have some groups that are just kind of like nitpicking at, you know, how other people are doing it and or not doing it. And so I think that's an interesting thing, because right now in this age, at this moment, we have a tangible example of those who have worthy causes or people who are just pointing out flaws. He says our country is quickly becoming a nation resigned to the idea that we are a victim of our government. Wow, I might have to recaption this one actually. He says conversations ensue and complaints abound that we are powerless to influence changing the things we see. Press 1 if you believe, if you know you have the ability to influence change. This word influencers, and we covered it in one of the last episodes, you know, would actually have a different effect if we just called people salespeople. If we said, oh, look at that salesperson, they've got 100,000 followers or 500,000 followers because they are influencing decision on products, services, and knowledge. There's something, right? There's an exchange of something. There's an exchange of value happening, not always monetary, but that word influence is influencing you to blank. So he says, but if we took inventory of our own lives, he said, we'd find some of the grievances we have with government are alive and well within our own actions, namely personal agendas, evading truth, being greedy for power and possessions, overspending, bending the rules, sliding taxes, manipulating the system, capitalizing on the system, etc. He says this is where the hypocrisy begins. I think I want to caption this: hypocrisy. Where the hypocrisy begins. He says rather than look in the mirror at our own behavior and how it's affecting our world, air quotes, our world, and the world we conveniently keep our own contribution or lack thereof, he says most cases out of our political corrections to out of our political conversations to save face. Let me read that over. That was a mess. He says, rather than look in the mirror at our own behavior and how it's affecting our world and the world, we conveniently keep our own contribution or lack thereof in most cases out of our political conversations to save face. He says, so for sport and to vent our own frustrations, we throw conversational darts at the government, trying to give our perspective to solve the world issues when we should be focusing on our own issues. You are as below, as above, as within, so without. And I say that in the light of when I opened up this segment, I discussed about the Ready Set Real Estate Club, the Property Owners EDU Conference, the Love and Homeownership Workshop. I talked about Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation. These are all things I'm co-creating into the world. Why? Because this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. I'm not sitting there waiting on someone else to do it. Why? Because I figured out if it was planted in me, divinely planted and seated in me, then guess what? I was called forth to do it. How many people you know say, you know what would be a great idea, and they don't do it? Press 1 if you know those folks. Press 1 if you've ever said that because you felt like you didn't want to step out of your comfort zone and lead and move, because you're too concerned of other people's opinion. What are they going to think, or what are they going to say? No one's going to show up. So what? So what? He says, those who realize we are a government of the people understand that governing themselves and their relationships into collective good doesn't leave time or energy to gripe about how bad things are. He says the country could change in a second if everyone got off their political high horses and began governing their own lives according to the principles this country was founded upon, including social responsibility, including hard work and self-sacrifice. With that being said, let's think about a way that we can focus on ourselves and not be the minority and be the majority, where we can be responsible for our own actions.